Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. I just got a message on Facebook from one of our dear sister. The message, it reads like this: "Hello, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a South African woman and I am married as well to my husband. He is also South African. So me and my husband, we had been fighting because I had this page that I opened so many years ago. I was not even using it at all. So then I started to use that page after I had heard that there are people that are being monetized on Facebook, because I thought that this can become my passive income. So when I told my husband about this the first time around, it really did not came about me posting on that Facebook page. And then he came across a post and he then started to question me. He was saying, why are all of these people, like men, why are they commenting on your pictures that you are posting? Why all of these love emojis? Are you trying to be a prostitute? I do not want a prostitute in my house. I am working and you are also working. We are earning a lot of money. Most of these content creators can't even earn the money that we are earning, you and I, and ours is a guaranteed salary. Why do you want to embarrass me in front of the people that I know? I want you to stop posting." So we fought really hard and I said, but I just want to try to have a passive income. And we kept on fighting until one day when I posted, I really posted because I was just bored, not because I wanted to disrespect him. He then said that you are disrespecting me. We fought because he wanted my phone. He then went and he spoke with his parents. And what is hurting me right now is that my mother, my father, including my in-laws, they all agreed the past weekend to delete my page. They have since deleted my page, and I had nearly 380 something thousand people that had been following that page, and I was just starting to restart that page. I'm really hurt. I don't even want to go to work anymore. I don't know if there is anyone that can offer me comfort. He has threatened me with divorce. He said to me, if you try to open those silly pages of yours so that you can expose yourself to men who will always lust after you, know that I am going to divorce you. Me and my husband, we have been together, I can say since primary school. He is my soulmate, but the way that he has showed this narcissistic tendency towards me, I am now even scared. The way that he grabbed my phone, and my father even approved of that in front of my parents. He grabbed my phone and he gave it to my mother, and my mother was the one who had to ask one of my brother on how to navigate so that the page can be deleted. I cried. I even wanted to end my life when they did this. So this is what has been happening to me. I can't even wake up. I can't even get out of bed. All that I want is someone to tell me that it is going to be okay. Should I be stressed about him and my relatives deleting my page that I created so many years ago? This page, I think it has about 3 years ever since I created it, and I used to post quite a lot back in those days, and I stopped posting. So that is why I had so many followers, and now I thought that it was just going to be a passive income. Why is my husband so unsupportive like this? Is it a bad thing just to post yourself on social media? Does it mean that when you post yourself, you are looking for other men? Or am I married to a man that is toxic? If he is toxic, why is it that my relatives, my own dad, supported the way that he treated me in front of everybody? And they said that in our church, these things, they are not even allowed. So I need advice from your followers. What am I supposed to do? I'm scared that I'm going to sink into depression. Whenever I look at the screenshots of my page, it makes me to cry even more. How can I stop hurting myself with something that I can never regain? Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by one of our dear sister. Your name. strange things they do happen in this world. Let us try to assist him in the comment section. She's saying that they go to a traditional church and it is not allowed to do such things, to publicize yourself on social media. It is not allowed in church. So that is why they deleted the page, and it had a lot of followers. And her husband was complaining, saying that you want to embarrass me in front of everyone, even though they live a comfortable life. But she is saying that I thought that this was just going to be a passive income. Are you also a member of a particular church and you are not allowed to be on social media, like to be active? If so, you can come to my inbox and then you can share us with your story, what you think about it. Is it okay or is it not okay with you? You can tell me, you can come to my inbox. Then there is another message that was sent to me. The message, it reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I have come here because I want your listeners to advise me. My story, it goes on like this. I was born and I was raised in Harare, but our family, they come from Masvingo. I've been stuck here in South Africa. This is like a never-ending cycle. I can spend up to 4 years unable to return back to Zim. And when I go back, I won't have any money to go and speak with the relatives of the man that died when I was with him. So he always visits me in my sleep and he tells me that I am supposed to go and tell his relatives about the way that he passed away, so that I can have peace also in my heart. And I do not have the money, and I don't know why he has chosen me, because when this happened, it was a lot of us. Why does he choose me? Why don't he choose other guys that we were with? What happened, Brother Nashi, was this. Back in Zim, life was very difficult. I had no hope at all of ever making it in life. One day, I was coming from somewhere, and then I went to this other barber shop that was in our street. I sat there as other guys that were there were busy discussing. I was not even friends with the owner of that small barber shop, and I just sat there listening to them. And then that was when I heard that they had already raised money and they were preparing to come to South Africa so that they can look for a job. And amongst them, there was one who had already found work in Musina, and his boss was looking for other people that can assist him. So that was what he was telling the people that were there. So I then went and I spoke with my parents, and I told them that I wanted money so that I can go with these guys to South Africa. My parents then looked for money. Since we did not have enough money, what we had to do was that in Harare, we got onto a truck, and then the truck dropped us off in Beitbridge. We then went to this house where they cooked pap, and they would sell the pap at the taxi rank. We stayed there because we were waiting for someone that was in Muntare, and we had no phones, and the person that we were waiting for did not even have a phone. So we stayed there waiting for him, because he was the one who knew the safest path that you can use when you are traveling from Zim coming into South Africa, because it is very dangerous. So we waited for him for many days, but we did not know if he was coming or if he was not coming, because he was based in Muntari. So then they came, these other men from the Marange church. It is also a white garment church. So they came and they started staying at that woman's house as well. So as they were talking, they then told us that there was this other farm that is called Kwamai Maria, that is close to the border between Zim and South Africa. So at that farm, they were hiring a lot of people. So those prophets from the white garment church, they said that if we could be able to go there, we can work, because in Musina, in the town, there was no money, but at the farms, you could work having peace of mind without having any problems with the police. So then we started walking. As we were walking, they had told us that going on this journey, it was going to be a very long one, because we did not have money to get on the trucks that would take us close to the South African border. So we had to walk on foot We were going to walk from morning until in the evening, then rest a bit, then you continue walking until the next day, and you'll be able to get close to the farm where we were supposed to go and to look for a job. So we started walking. So that guy who was the owner of that barber shop, he was with us. When we were on the South African side, as we were walking, this was late at night. He screamed in pain, for he said that there was something that had bitten him. And since we were on the South African side, those guys that we were with, they said that if anyone switches the torch, then what was going to happen was that we were going to get caught. So no one was supposed to light any torch or anything, otherwise it was going to give away our position. This man kept on screaming, and close to where he was, there was something that was hissing. We did not know if it was a snake that had bitten him or what had happened. We walked for about 3 kilometers. That was when the guy said that he could not continue anymore. He then said that he wanted to sit down. He sat down, and then one of the guy from the white garment church, he had a very small phone, so he just switched it on. We went there to see what had happened to the man that we had that had been bitten by something that we did not know. We looked at his leg. It was so swollen, it was big, and it was black. Its color had even changed. It was so scary. And he was saying that he was struggling to breathe. He could not breathe anymore. As we were trying to talk to him, that was when he started foaming at the mouth, and he started shaking violently as if he was having a fit. And from there on, that was when he stopped talking. So those men that we were with, they said that we still had a very long way that we were supposed to go, and this man, he was as good as dead, and there was nothing that we could do for him. That was the most terrifying thing that had ever happened to me. Just to leave a man like that, knowing that he is going to die. So they told us that this guy, he had no chance at all. He was going to die. So we left him there and we went to the farm. When we arrived at the farm, I thought that we were going to tell the people at that farm that there was someone that we had left in the forest and we should go and get him. But when we arrived, there was a tractor that had already came to pick up people so that they can go to work. They wrote their names and off we went to work. No one even spoke about it. Later on, after I had found enough money, that was when I moved from that farm and I came and I started working in Johannesburg. And then I started to have dreams about that guy. He would regularly come into my dreams and he would tell me that he wants me to go and tell his relatives that this is what happened. So I did not go there. And the problem is that here in South Africa, I am someone that is just suffering. I do not earn a lot of money, so it is all about surviving. I work, I pay rent, and I buy food, and I don't have any savings. So it can take me a lot of years for me to return back home, sometimes even up to 6 years. So when I go back home, because we come from a village in Masvingo, that is where my parents are staying right now, I won't have the money to go to Harare, where we used to stay. And because I spent so many years in South Africa before I can return back home, whenever I go back home, sometimes I even get lost because of so many developments that are happening in Zim. So this is what has brought me here. This man, he troubles me a lot. He always comes into my dreams. He visits me and he keeps on telling me that I am supposed to go and tell his relatives. Should I continue ignoring him or should I listen to him? Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to speak with him. Then there is another message as well that was sent to me. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman that is currently staying here in Europe with her husband. I have my own story that I wish to share with you. This happened when I went to Zim to meet up with this other prophet. I went to Zim because there were so many problems that I had been facing in my life, and I knew that this prophet, he was going to assist me. This was after my friend had told me that with the challenges that I was facing in my life, the only way that I could get help is if I could go to Zim, because my husband at that time, he had been dating this other woman, and this woman, she wanted to destroy my marriage. So then I spoke with the people from that church, because I thought that this church, it was just a normal Pentecostal church, but I did not know that these papas, they have a lot of drama, and this is what I witnessed when I went to visit this famous Zimbabwean prophet, what I did with him and the rituals that he made me to do with him. So when I arrived in Zim, they told me that they were going to give me special preference because I came from Europe, and they had seen that I am someone that have a lot of money. They told me that I was not supposed to stay at the place where a lot of guests they stay, but they wanted me to stay at a hotel, a private hotel. That was where I was staying. They told me that I should get ready, for Papa was going to come and see me. I felt so amazing, but it felt so weird that the Papa was going to come and pray for me, and he was going to come alone. Anyway, they told me to wear something nice. They even said that I was supposed to send them a picture, which I ended up doing. I sent a picture to this other usher. Within a couple of minutes, Papa arrived, and I did not know how to greet him, what to say to him, because it was two adults now in a hotel room. So I was even embarrassed to sit on the bed. So I ended up sitting on the floor, and then I gave him a stool to sit on, but he refused to sit on it, and he sat on the bed. He was very suggestive with everything that he was doing. So I then went to the bathroom. When I went to the bathroom, when I came back, Brother Nashi, this man, a very famous prophet from Zim, he was naked, and his manhood was already erect. He was ready to sleep with a woman. It was very embarrassing for me, someone that I had seen on TV so many times. I never thought that this was what was going to happen. And then that was when he told me that I was supposed to touch it in order for my marriage not to be destroyed by that woman that was dating my husband. It was one of the most hardest thing that I had ever done in my life. He encouraged me, and he said that his manhood, it was a holy manhood. I was not supposed to be embarrassed when I want to touch it, and it was going to assist me. And his manhood had been blessed when he had gone to Nigeria. He spoke of the things that they had done on his manhood when he had gone to Nigeria to be strengthened as a man of God. I then started touching it, and later on he told me to kneel down. I knelt down, and he said he wanted me to thank him by doing something on his manhood, in which I did. When I was kneeling down in front of him, we ended up sleeping together. After we had slept together, that was when he told me about some of the secret rituals that he did when he had gone to Nigeria. He then said that he wanted to perform a ritual, and that woman that was dating my husband, she was going to die. Indeed, this woman, she passed away. When I was still in Zim, my husband even started to call me, and he was even apologizing for the things that he had done to me, for hurting me, which was very surprising. That was the first stage. When I was getting ready to return back to the UK, that was when the man of God told me that I had a cancer. And he said to me, do you know that you have a cancer, and we are going to do a casting on you so that this demon of cancer can be removed from you, and we are going to cast it on someone else who is related to you. He then took two bond papers, a white and a red one, and he told me to write my name on the white bond paper, and then on the red bond paper, all those that were so close to my heart, I had to write their names. I did as I had been instructed to do. That was when he told me to fold the paper and to make a marking whilst my eyes were closed. And then that was when He said, open it up, and I saw that I had marked where the name of one of my brother's daughter was written, and he said that we were going to remove the cancer in my body and we were going to put that cancer into her body. I did not want to do this, but he told me that this was the only way, otherwise I was going to die. So we did that ritual and we removed the cancer from my leg, and then we cursed my brother's daughter. She died soon after I had returned back to the United Kingdom, and then I was told that I should never go near her grave no matter what. So this is the secret that I have, that I did, and my husband, I do not want him to know that this is what I did when I went to Zim. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister right there. She was talking about a famous papa and the things that they did when she came to Zim. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. If you have any secret about what happened when you visited someone who is a famous prophet, and when they prayed for you, and you can tell us what happened when that famous pastor prayed for you, you can come to our inbox and then you can tell us. Let us meet again in the following episode.